All right, welcome back. So starting the day off with a quick little news of the day video. Of course, there's a few stories in here that are updates from yesterday's news of the day video over some stuff that's been going on over the past few days at TI10. Before I get into it, I just want to say thank you guys so much for 200 subscribers. It's ridiculous. I hit 100 subscribers 4 days ago, and we're already at 200 subscribers. So all the growth, all the positive comments, all the positive feedback, and everyone enjoying my videos has been overwhelming. So thank you guys so much all for watching. I'm really glad that you're enjoying it because this is what I love doing, and as long as I've got an audience that'll watch me do it, I'm gonna be posting. So there's plenty more content to come, especially with TI just around the corner. I'm super excited. So again, I can't thank you guys enough. Thank you for 200 subscribers. One more thing before I get into the news of the day video. Groups are about 15 hours or 14 hours away from being announced at the time of recording this. Of course, if that's the way that Valve is going to end up running it as they have from previous TIs, which is announcing groups 24 hours before the first match actually starts, which is going to be 10 a.m. on the 7th, which means by 10 a.m. local time, which is in Bucharest, by 10 a.m. in Bucharest on the 6th, which is about 3 a.m. Eastern time, which is where I am, 15 hours, 14 hours from now-ish. That's when we should be getting our group stage announcements. And once we know what our groups are and the schedule, I'm going to be making a preview that, of course, is going to be including my fantasy picks, and I'm going to be doing fantasy picks and updates every single day throughout the entire tournament. So if you don't want to miss that, be sure to check in tomorrow and throughout the rest of the tournament. So yes, actually jumping into the news of the day now. Sorry for the 2-minute intro here, but we have Aster, who has now been confirmed that they're going to be playing remotely. Of course, every player from Aster has been isolated as they all tested positive, as well as the rest of the staff. Their coach and all that around the team has all tested positive. So they're all playing remotely. They're all going to be playing from separate rooms. It's unclear whether or not, if they end up having negative tests as the tournament progresses, if they're going to be able to attend main stage. It's also unclear if only a few players end up having negative tests, if only like 2 or 3 players are going to be actually on the main stage while the other 2 are playing from their hotel rooms. We don't know yet. It's the same kind of thing going on with Invictus Gaming, who, of course, all their players are fine. Some of them tested positive, but they were asymptomatic, so they're not actually getting sick, which is really good. But because they're still positive and contagious, they're not going to be able to attend the main stage. So it's unclear whether or not the whole team will not attend, or if only like 2 or 3 players that did not get sick will be on the main stage. It's going to be interesting to see. We don't know yet. So yeah, that kind of does it with that. So an update again on something that happened yesterday over the shit show that's been going over the past few days. It seems that more teams have been coming out and basically posting videos and pictures of their practice rooms. And to what Team Spirit was saying, a lot of the higher tier teams have some nice looking rooms, some pretty normal looking rooms, a lot of space, a lot of good looking setups, a lot of good looking PCs and whatnot. And then some of the lower tier teams who have come out, I think only SG-Esports is the only other low tier team that actually came out with a quite shitty looking room. Their room is slightly bigger than Team Spirit's from the looks of it. Of course, it's just a single picture with SG-Esports, but it still looks pretty bad. And then OG as well has come out and said that their room is pretty small as well, but they haven't actually posted any pictures or video. They just said that there wasn't a whole lot of space. But all the top tier teams that made it just through DPC points, we got Beastcoast, T1, Virtus.Pro, have all come out and show that their rooms are really nicely set up, what you'd usually expect for a tournament of this caliber, or of any caliber for Dota in general, when you're playing in the group stage in a hotel room. So if you want to check out any of the videos or any of the pictures that were posted of any of the practice rooms and stuff, those are all going to be in the description down below, as well as the ones that I covered yesterday, like the Team Spirit video. I'm going to put that down there as well. Next up, so this one's going to be a little bit of a hairy one. We have DeMoN, who is a longtime player of Dota 2, competitive player who turned coach for a little while. Basically, he's coming out and calling out BTS and Valve for banning him, because of course last year when we had our kind of miniature Me Too movement in the English scene for Dota 2 talent, we had the outings of Grant, Toby1, Red Eye. DeMoN had some anonymous accusations coming out from again an anonymous source in BTS that basically accused him of a few things, and before he was even able to build any sort of a case against it or denounce it, he ended up receiving a ban from Valve. But the worst part about this whole thing was when DeMoN, his first initial response when the accusations came out were so terrible, which I think is what made him lose respect from most of the Dota 2 community, because again, he's been around the game for a long time. I'm sure he was a favorite player for a few people, but his public statement that he had, which was basically that none of the accusations against him could be true because they wouldn't be enough to get his dick hard. I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but it was that bad. So he lost a lot of respect from a lot of the Dota 2 community at that point. So I felt like no matter what the case was, it was probably just best to get rid of him anyways, because he was an asshole, or at least he was treating the situation, which was very serious, in a really, really shitty way. So about a year later, he's basically come out and said that he was unfairly banned. He didn't even get any of the information from the accuser, or of course, the accuser doesn't need to come out. They can stay anonymous, but there wasn't very much information that was given to DeMoN before Valve ended up taking action. It's entirely possible, and I think it's likely that that's what happened, that the accuser just went through BTS and Valve, and they saw that there was enough there for them to make a case and to ban him just straight up. But DeMoN was left in the dark. He didn't get any information about it. And he basically said that he should have been at this year's International, that he had offers to be a coach for one of the teams attending this year, but he wasn't end up being able to go because he was banned from Valve tournaments. And it kind of sucks, because I kind of agree with where he's coming from. He didn't get any information. How could he have, disputed anything if he wasn't even given the information that was required to build a case? And he was kind of just left in the dark and banned without any information. So I kind of agree with him there. But at the same time, it's tough. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'll let you guys form your own opinion on it, on what you think should happen. Do you think we should give him a second chance? Do you think there should be more information that comes out? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, again, I think a lot of the Dota 2 community kind of lost respect for him when he made that first initial statement. So yeah. Anyways, ending the video off with a little bit of a lighter topic. We have two little content pieces that I thought you guys might be interested in. The first one being a Moxxi interview. She basically walks through the struggles of being a female caster in a very male-dominated scene. And just basically how she got into esports, how she overcame those difficulties, and how she got to where she is right now, which I think is really fantastic. I'm only partway through the interview myself. It's about 45 minutes long, so it's a bit long, but it's been a really good listen so far. So I really recommend it if you guys are a fan of Moxxi, who I think has really come into the scene as one of the best casters, really. Like, she's been a ton of fun to watch. I've been watching her a ton and listening to her cast on the European streams throughout the past couple seasons, and they've been fantastic. So if you're interested in any of that, feel free to check it out. Again, linked down below in the description. And finally, because I know a lot of people that are watching my videos now came from my predictions video that I made a few days ago, someone on Reddit compiled a bunch of different perspectives on the predictions from a bunch of different sources, some of which you may know, like Synderen, Gorgc, Ghostic, and a few more. And he's basically compiled all of the picks in a spreadsheet, and he's basically totaled out all of the most common picks for every single category for the predictions this year. So if you want to check that out, or maybe get some different perspectives on some different categories and stuff, feel free to check that out, because of course not everything I put is going to be 100% right. I'm not expecting to be 100% right on everything. I think that's pretty impossible. And of course, I think everyone has their own different experience with what they think will be the best pick for every single category. So again, if you want to check that out, in the description down below as always. And yeah, that's going to do it. Thank you again so much for 200 subscribers. Again, I'm overwhelmed with all the positive feedback, and I'm just so happy that I've got an audience that is willing to watch what I'm putting out. So thank you guys so much, and I'll see you guys later today with another video.